Hi and welcome, it's your favourite Yorkshire demo here. This is Suzanne at Hullahbaloo.com and welcome to another of my Simple Sunday series. So this is Simple Sunday number 34. We have delving into one of our first Christmas related Simple Sundays. So this is iconic put my teeth back in. This is iconic imagery bundle. Today we're just using the stamp set, but there are dies that go with it. We are creating a card using garden green, and we will be doing lots more Christmassy ones, but this is your first sneak peek, as this is an online exclusive. It is not out of the mini catalogue, online exclusive. So I am filming this actually quite a way of time ahead. This is August that I'm currently filming. You won't be seeing this until I think November. So yes, this is the card that we are making today, featuring the gorgeous garden green. I love bringing garden green out for Christmas, and of course the Christmas trees just had to be used, didn't they? How gorgeous is that? I love this font here. So this is what we are going to make. If you would like to make it along with me, you will need, of course, a stamp set, garden green ink, tuxedo black as always. I've used basic white A4 thick to make my card base. I've got my trusty 3x3 in a non-thick basic white, and then I have got a scrap for some stamping. So speaking of stamping, that's where we'll start first. If you'd like to craft along with me, here is where you would pause, grab your bits, and then of course we will craft together. So yeah, stamping first. We will go with the garden green pieces first. I have already got my stamps on a block, so we are using this big celebrate in the bottom. We are using the words "the season" up here at the top, and then of course we are using the 2 bits of Christmas tree, as these are 2-step stamping. So you can stamp the detail and then you can stamp the coloration. So we'll do that now. We're going to stamp celebrate first, and I've got this on a H block. So get that covered well. It's looking good. Yeah, there we go. So we'll do this close to the top but not right to the edge. Love that. We will then stamp, I've got the outer piece first, so that's this one here of one of the trees, and I'm just going to pop this down in the bottom corner so it's easier to cut it out. So that's that one. To do the overlay, as you will notice here, while I've used the same colour, there are 2 tones to the trees. And how I do that is I get the colouring piece, which is this one here, ink it up well, stamp off, and then come in over the detailed bit that you've just stamped and stamp again. And then you get this effect here, which I love. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Right, we'll pop the garden green away. We are done with that. We will bring out the tuxedo black, and we are going to stamp the words "the season." I'm going to pop them in this bottom corner, not too close, but nice and straight, so that we can just cut the rectangle around it. Brilliant. It's probably the best stamping I've ever done, that. No smudges, straight, it's all where I need it to be. Now, you will notice that on this card there are 5 trees, and I've only stamped 1. For speed and ease, I've already pre-cut 4 of them. So I'll show you how I did the 1, and then we will get all this sorted. So I am fussy cutting everything that's on here. Absolutely everything. In fact, what I'll do first, I'll cut the word "the season" out, so that it's done and it's out of the way and I don't damage it in any way, get ink on it or accidentally cut through it. So that's "the season" done. There's the 4 trees we've already done. I'll separate this little tree from the Celebrate. All we're going to do is fussy cut round. As you'll see, I've left a little white gap on those, so I'm just going to leave that white gap like our dies would do if I'd used them. So the trees are quite quick and easy to do because they're only little, and there's only some ins and outs that you need to do, bar the top, where of course you need to just make sure you go over nicely, like so. Back down the other side. To the bottom, and then just make sure you don't forget to cut round that bit of tree trunk that it's got. And there we go. Gorgeous little trees. And then all I did was cut around the word Celebrate as well. And all I'm doing again is just leaving that bit of a white border as I go around. Now this may take a little bit more time than the trees because you don't want to be cutting any of the letters off by accident. And then all I did here to keep the Celebrate and that together, because the L and the E have got a little bit of a gap between them, is when I went round the L, I went up close to the E, and then I just went under the E, like so, so that it stays attached. I like to cut the excess card away so then I'm not fighting with it while I'm moving my scissors around. And then just keep going round. Take as long as you feel you need. There's no rushing. But yeah, it looks amazing once this is cut out. And then again, there's a gap here around the T to the next E on the end there. So I just cut up to the side of the E, and then I just go under the E to keep them attached. And again, chop that excess card away and then keep going round. So I cut this one as close as I could. I didn't want too much white involved where I could get away with it, and that's just because it's a very white card as it is. I wanted to create a bit of shadow and dimension with the pieces. So we'll keep, so the only shadow white I keep is this bit here between the T and the A. I didn't want to risk ruining what I was cutting out by trying to get into that gap, so I haven't. But I have gone down as far as I can round all the other letters. Another gap there in that I don't go down that B. I didn't want to make some of the card too thin, as when the pieces are quite narrow, you can run the risk of ripping them before you've got them stuck onto your card base. So I didn't go around that one. But you can judge it however you see fit. If you don't want to go in as far as I have on some of these letters, you don't have to. It's your design. You do what you feel comfortable with. Is there a die for this one? I'll have a look at it in a moment. I can't remember if this one does have an outline die, but of course if it does, then you'd use that. I don't know if I'm mixing it up with another set that does have one in. So I'll finish this and we'll have a quick check. Now I did go all the way into the C on the previous one, all the way around. It does get a little tricky, but it looks lovely when you finish it. So I'm going to do that again on this one. So just hold it like that, go around, spinning the card as the scissors do the work. it does come out a bit like when you peel an apple, because of the way that it curls round and round to make a C. But it looks amazing once it's done. Let's not chop this last bit off, shall we? Let's finish where we're going and then round to finish the top back. Alright, cut the excess off and let's finish this off because it looks lovely. I love this font. Love it. You'll see on the stepped up version next week I do use this stamp again because I love the font. There we go, so there's the Celebrate. Let's get these bits out of the way. Let's have a look at these dies. Is there a... No, there isn't. So there's the one for the tree, so you wouldn't have to fussy cut the tree, but the Celebrate doesn't come with one. I must be confusing it with the Friends for Life, which does have the word friend, which can be cut out with a die. Right, let's bring in our 3x3 piece. This is where we're going to build up the card, like so. So what I prefer to do first is just get these trees on. So I lay 3 flat on the back and then I pop up 2 at the front. So I'm going to use mini dimensionals to pop these up because I want to put one at the top and one at the bottom with the trees being like they are. So one at the top and the bottom, top and bottom. There we go. And then I want 2 on it, sorry, 3 on this. I need 1 at each end. And then we will pop 1 in the middle just so that it doesn't fall flat. And then on the back of the word Celebrate as well, so put them where you can get them to fit, and it'll just help to get that stuck down like so. Can I fit one there? Yep, we'll fit one there. There we go, all good. Right, let's pull this card together. So I glue dot these 3 trees. Pop them together like so. And then I use my piercing tool just to take them off. So we'll grab 1, we'll pop that at the edge here. We'll grab number 2, pop this at the other end here, and then this one will of course go in the middle like so. We'll take the backings off these ones. There's 1, and then I pop these just slightly lower but in the middle of those other trees, just to create like a little forest scene there. I love these little trees, gorgeous. We'll pop the Celebrate on first, and then what I did with this is, because that C is so curly and because it doesn't quite sit on the card once we put the dimensionals down, I put the tiniest blob of glue there just so I can get it to, when I can get some glue out of it, just so I can get it to stick down and not get caught on anything. There we go. Right, so if we turn this over, I want it near to the top but not quite off the card, like so. work your way around it and stick the bits down, and then stick that part of the C down there. And then all that's left is to pop the season in that gap. And then like that. There we go. Flip this over, and then I'm going to pop my usual 5 on the back of here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there's exactly 5 left on here, like that. And we'll take the backs off these and then pop it onto our card base. Did that come off? Yep. There we go. Here's my card base, make sure it's the right way around, which it is. And then equal distance on these 3 sides. I think I've got glue on one of my fingers. And there we go. We have 2 simple Sundays featuring the iconic Imagery bundle and garden green. You know, a colour I don't get out too often, but it's a lovely, lovely colour. If you would like to make your own of these, you can do so by clicking the description. Down there you will find all the supplies, measurements and tools that I've used in this video. If you'd like to see more tutorials that aren't on YouTube but are still free for you to get, go over to my website and sign up for my monthly newsletter. That's hullahbaloo.com/newsletter. All you need is an email address. There is no fee, and you will get more free content than what you can currently see on my YouTube, including promotions for products that you can purchase, additional playlists that includes 3D boxes and items, and as I say, no obligation to buy anything. Just craft along, it's what we're here for. We're here to just have a bit of fun making beautiful cards. And I will see you next week where we use this set in a more stepped up card. See you then. Bye bye.